I was tired. I was shady. A bad bitch like me was not gonna let that bitch tell me that I could not use the first class bathroom. The world isn't made for everyone. And that's a sad thing to say, but it's true. Hello! Welcome back to my channel, Pure Insanity. And if you are a returning subscriber, I love you. Thank you very much. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, I suggest you subscribe because if you send fan mail, I will know your address. So be careful, bitch. Let's get into the beginning of my plane ride on Turkish Air from hell. Okay, so let's talk about Turkish Air. Now, if you don't know what Turkish Air is, probably one of the worst airlines I have ever flown. So let me tell you how this all begins. I'm sitting at home and my mom and dad, they're gonna take my sister, who is a professional basketball player, and they're gonna go and they're gonna take her to Europe because she has a tournament in Europe. So why not take all of you if we're just gonna go to Europe? So mind you, seven people on an airline, plus the tickets. I mean, it's a lot because we're going on a vacation, period. So my mom, my sister, and my brother, they're gonna go on a nice Delta flight. I thought Turkish Air was nice too. My mom had booked me, my dad, and my younger brother and my older brother in coach. And I was kind of mad because you fly somewhere long distance, you want to fly first class because it's nice. It's, you don't deal with anything other than first class. My mom booked us these coach seats because this was supposed to be the best airline, one of the best airlines in the world. It was supposed to be Turkish Air. I was walking around with a cute ass outfit on. It was like a sweatsuit because I had my sweatpants, my sweatshirt. I had my expensive bag looking like I was going to first class. We get on the airline. There's nothing bad at first. We're headed towards Turkey because we were supposed to go to Germany. When this shit stopped in Turkey, I was in for a rough ride. This guy, he was sitting behind me. I remember this so in detail. This is a 10-hour plane ride. I go to put my seat back. My seat doesn't recline back. So I just stare back to see who's sitting in that seat. It is this man. This man is tall. I hate to say it, but I'm just gonna say overweight because I'm nice. He's sitting in this seat and I cannot lean my seat back for the life of me. So I can't go to sleep on this long ass 10-hour flight from hell. He did not give a fuck. This guy had the nerve to touch my hair. I'm not lying to you. He literally had his hand over my seat like this, touching my hair like this. And then I go and I tell one of these ratchet ass, ghetto ass flight assistants, all of them are wearing different outfits on a plane, pretend to be flight assistants. I don't even think they were. I tell them and they're like, oh my God, that's totally unacceptable that you can't put your seat back and that he's touching your hair. Let me go look for a seat for you in first class. Wrong. So this bitch ends up not coming back for 1 hour. And guess what? I had to call her ass back. I clicked that button again in an hour. I said, I thought you said da-da. And she said, okay. She said, let me try to help you. So she gets her other flight assistant bitches to come and, try to bust my seat back. They's trying to bust my seat back. 2 hours later on the flight, when they were serving meals, I wasn't vegan at the time, but I'm vegan now. I wanted to do strictly vegan because I knew they would have to give me good food if I was strictly vegan. But the food did not taste good. It may have looked good, because mine did not look good. Mine looked like some cafeteria lunch bullshit. And I ate that shit on the plane, and it tasted like cafeteria food. I spit that shit out so quick. When I tell you, all I ate was dessert and drinks. I drank and ate dessert on that plane. Because I was like, juice, stuff with sugar, that's fat, that'll fill me up. And I can have all these other things dessert, and that'll fill me up. But I'm not feeling to eat this disgusting ass food. Now, when they came back to have us, eat, they said, if you want to eat, in order for us to give you your food, aka my dessert and juice, I would have to put up my seat again. And I'm thinking to myself, these flight attendants must be dumb out their minds, because literally I just put this seat down and they had to push it down with all their might. And this guy would not budge. And they're like doing the most. And I'm thinking to myself, are you stupid? You just spent I don't know how long putting my seat backwards, and now you want me to put it up so that you can go through that trouble again. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't care if they go through that trouble, but I'm not going through that trouble. So I put my seat up, I get my dessert, I get my juice, I drink it. Now, that's not all of the worst plane ride I ever had. So I'm thinking, let me go to the bathroom, because I need to go to the bathroom because I had been drinking so much juice, eating dessert. So I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm like, let me use the first class bathroom, because, usually, if you don't fly first class often, usually the first class bathrooms are a lot cleaner and more cleanly, because there is less people in first class than there is in coach. So, no shade to people who fly coach, but I'm just saying, the coach bathrooms be dirty as fuck. Tell me why, when I walked in that bathroom, I hear a knock on the door like this. I open the door. It is a flight assistant telling me, unless I am in first class, I cannot use the first class laboratory. So you know what I did? I said, okay. I closed the bathroom door, went to the bathroom, and then went back to my seat, because I'm like, I'm not going to have to go, to the bathroom on this flight again, because I don't have to pee like that, because I'm not an old person, period. So we're about to land in Turkey. So, this was my first time in Turkey. I'm thinking to myself, okay, Turkey is a mostly Muslim country. Like, I respect that. But I was just scared because people in Turkey don't accept me. You know what I mean? The plane literally almost crashed. I could have died. Let me tell you. So the pilot said, excuse me, we're experiencing a little bit of turbulence. So I'm thinking to myself, turbulence. Okay, that's nothing I haven't experienced before. This pilot said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I felt the plane go down like this. Shh. So I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm getting into my position. I'm like this. I'm getting into my position, like my crash landing position, because I'm thinking this shit is going to crash and go down. And when everybody else dies, I'm not gonna be dead on this fucking plane. I'm doing my little whole entire, death thing, and it was going down like this. And then he goes up. He says, sorry guys, I missed the runway. I'm gonna go back around and land in 5 minutes. We land this plane, and when I tell you, this is the most unsafe plane I have ever been on. The stuff on this plane is squeaking. The wheels on the plane are squeaking, the bolts in the plane. So I'm thinking this plane is about to fall apart, we're all gonna die. So he finally lands the plane. We get off the plane. The plane says that we're gonna leave this airport in 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we had a delay time about 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I'm thinking, what am I gonna do with all this time? I need to go to the bathroom because, I held it most of the plane ride after that first time I went to the bathroom in the first class lounge. I go to the bathroom. So I kicked in the door, and the female maid was in the bathroom cleaning up the bathroom. And she stared at me. She literally gave me that stare like this, because I kicked open the door. So she was like, what is wrong with you? I leave the bathroom, and, we're walking around the airport because, we're just bored. And this maid is just, not this maid, this employee. She doesn't even deserve that maid. This employee just keeps following us around and around and around and around the airport. So we get back on that flight, Turkish Air. The flight seems to be very smooth on the way to Germany. I'm pretty sure nothing went wrong on the way to Germany. If I remember anything, I'll probably say it later on in the story time. But so we get to Germany, and